Welcome back to the Moving Forward podcast. You already know what time it is, man. You rocking with your host, Flo Bomber. Big shout out to my guy, Mr. Mayo. He came through last week, did an amazing episode, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Big shout out to Chit Chat. She always shout you out,
yes,
you feel me?
It's my baby mama.
You already know what time it is, man. Y'all see who I got on the couch today. I don't even got to introduce her. I'm going to let you introduce yourself. We got THC Billy B in the building. Yeah. Y'all already know. Round of applause for Billy. What up, Billy?
What's up? It's your girl, Billy B, the New York City girl. I'm outside. The Moving Forward podcast. Girl. Thank y'all for having me.
Again. Fuck that. I always got to say again. No, you know what I'm saying?
It was a while ago, so you know we always got to come. You got to update. Touch bases again, you know.
Facts though. How you doing, yo?
I'm doing good. I'm doing exceptionally well.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna say this right now, right? Since a lot of shit been going on, it seems like you're not getting your flowers. Mm-hmm. So you're gonna get on the day on the Moving Forward show.
Okay.
We wanna bring them flowers, baby. Big shout out to Casey.
Thank you. This is beautiful. Y'all got my favorite color. You know?
Thank you. Thank you
so much. I appreciate that.
We're going to give you your flowers here. You heard? Because they seem like they not respecting the New York City girl.
Who though?
Yo, let me tell you. Mm-hmm. We're going to get into that. We're going to get into that.
Let's get right into it.
We're going to get into that.
Let's get right into it.
No.
Oh.
Listen. Before we start this, I just want to say my favorite songs from you is Bachata. and All Talk.
All Talk, okay.
Right, but it's a little different. What made you want to switch up your style?
I'm growing, getting older. I'm going through different things now. So I feel like as you grow as an artist, especially an artist that's been working for a long time, mm-hmm. If I was still doing the same shit I was doing 8 years ago, y'all be like, what the hell is this girl doing? She ain't growing. She's still mm-hmm. You know? I'm growing. My audience is growing. People that's been following me for years, they're growing. So you have to show growth. Don't nobody want to be around no stagnant person that's just still doing the same old things and just having the same mentality. And, you know, the music is always there. People want to go back to it. You could go back to it. And it's not to say that, like, oh, I don't rap no more. No, I'm not. No, hell no. I make all kind of music. But you know how hard it was for me to even be able to make the music I'm making now and for it to be received properly? Like, you can't. I've been versatile. I've been, having range and able to do other type of music. But the audience that I had, they wanted what they wanted at that time, So I had to feed the streets. I had to give them what they wanted because that's what I came out with and that's what I got known for. Mm-hmm. So we kept, I had to keep it going. So I would try to like tease certain stuff and they were like, But as I started growing and they started growing, they started being more open-minded to new sounds, being more accepting of things, seeing like, damn, I don't like when girls do this no more. Like they started to get the mindset. As an artist, you always going to be 10, 12, maybe 1,000 steps ahead of the masses. That's why we, get to reap these benefits of being super famous off of just your ideas because we are light years ahead of the average person sometimes. We think way outside the box. We make something that's just an imagination into reality. Right. So the average person is not going to see that, So they're going to be like, what the hell? But then as they grow and they see like, oh, okay, this is what you was trying to, okay, I get it now. It takes time sometimes. And, timing is everything. So you gotta really,
But you went from, go ahead, say what you're going to say.
Go ahead.
You went from Miss Go Get a Bag to New York City girl. Mm-hmm. Okay, where was you at when you wrote? What made you want to come up with New York City girl?
Well, first, Miss Go Get a Bag was part of an album, right?
Yeah.
So my album, I didn't put out an album. I was doing so much features. I was dropping singles for the longest time. The last project I put out was probably in like 2015, I believe. Right. $150.
Right.
So I'm just dropping singles, just like freelancing. So when I put out my album, I had to put basically all of those years into an album. So I had to put everything, my different personalities, my different emotions, different experiences, all in, because that's what the album was about, you know?
Right.
So that, you know, I had a little bit of everything on the album. And then in doing the album, I had little things, you know, I was like, oh, I want to do this type of song, this type of song, this type of song. And some things got left off because it just didn't fit. It wasn't right or whatever. So I always wanted to do like, you know, an anthem type of song. And what's a better anthem to do than something that's represent my city? So when I heard Native New Yorker, which is the sample for New York City Girl, I'm like, oh, this is a no-brainer. I got the beat done. Shout out to HMX Don. He did the beat. And I wrote the shit in like 10 minutes. And when things happen like that, like when I hear a beat and I could write right there on the spot, like write it, like wrote the whole thing in my kitchen, like just wrote it, went and recorded it, and everything just flows like that. I'm like, okay, it's something here. The energy here is good. So I'm gonna just keep rolling with the ball. And I just went with it. And that's what I was feeling at the time. And you know, we just went with it. Like
and it's hitting. It's definitely hitting.
Yeah, like I just had to stand on that, and it's needed. I feel like it's needed in the city right now. Like, you know, when should we not gloat about ourselves being New York City girls? You know.
So you feel like you're not getting no bad feedback from that? Like, yo, what the fuck she doing with this?
I always get bad feedback. I'm a goddamn. I was a gangbang rapper. They used to know me as the Crip Girl rapper.
There we go.
You know,
that's where I was getting to.
I always got backlash. I got backlash for my name being Billy B. And me being Crip. Like, I get backlash for everything. You could go down my shit right now. Yeah. People try to find stuff I get backlash all the time. That's a part of being, that's a part of this. So when you say backlash, it's like, you always get backlash, you know? Sometimes I like with New York City Girl, people been giving me free promo because they going around telling everybody how much they hate it and it's making people listen to it, and then those people love it.
Right.
So it's like, I don't know what your perception of backlash is, but backlash comes with the territory in this game. And especially for an artist like me and plenty of artists, like that's a part of it. Sometimes the backlash will make the shit go more than the love, more than the support.
What do you got to say to the people that's hating?
I don't have anything to say to them.
Keep hating.
Honestly, everything isn't for everybody.
Right.
When I was making music about shooting bitches up and setting niggas up and shit, that's not for everybody, you know? And people used to be like, what the fuck is this? Like, you're a female. But it's not for you. And then it was for the people that it was for. So now the type of music I make is for who it's for. And that's just, listen, people gonna have their opinion. I'm not one of them people like, why you don't like my style? I don't give a fuck. Like,
it's a culture shock. It's a culture shock to your audience because you gotta think your audience is probably majority Crip. Still
no,
banging.
It's not.
It's not?
My audience have grown so far. Like, my audience have grown so far. You got to think about how much stuff I've done after the Crip stuff. Like, Don't Play With It was after the Crip era.
No doubt.
Like, there's so many stuff. Break was after that. And then Bachata was after that.
That's
and,
my shit.
You know, there was so
shit.
many things that I did after that, after just the Crip thing that I then got more and more fans. When I forget, I think after Break, I was at like 70K followers, and then like 2 months later, it's like 120. So these is all new people. They don't even know nothing about the Crip. Instagram done fucking flag Crip. You can't even write Crip on Instagram no more. So all of that shit is completely gone. So this is all new people that, of course, I still got some, but like I said, those people done got older. Those people got older. So they like, hell yeah, they be fucking with it. So it's always gonna be people that don't like, you know.
Is the maturity in your music come from motherhood? Did that got a lot to do with it?
Motherhood, age, different experiences. Like I don't have to be as aggressive and, you know, like I don't have to do certain things that I had to do anymore because I'm just in a different position now. So it comes from all of that.
But this song right here comes from the Don't Play With It, right?
What, New York City Girl?
Right.
No,
what I mean by Don't Play With It is as in when that record came out.
Like the bigness of it.
Yeah, right. You and Lola, that was going back and forth, right? And then next thing you know, they kind of like X'd you off the song and put the other two artists on the song. Where did that come from?
You gotta ask them. I don't know. You gotta ask them. I don't have no parts of that.
It wasn't no issue. Why you think they was hating? Why you think they ain't want your verse to shine? Like to this day, if you hear that, don't play with it, you won't hear the Billy B verse.
You can't say nobody's hating. You gotta understand the business to really understand.
That's what I'm saying. Help me understand.
Yeah, so it's business, you know? I'm an independent artist, right? So when you're an independent artist, you speak for yourself, you know? And so now there's a song with two girls, both up and coming, one signed, one's independent, right? Mm. The one that's signed is gonna have people that's gonna go do things and put things in position. So now when this situation is like a situation that probably never really happened before, or I don't know if it does, but I know in the city, like there's never been a song this big with two up and coming art. Like, you know, right. she had viral moments before that, but like this was big. Like a lot of people in the city now can't even reach it. Don't play with it more. Like that shit was everywhere, out the country, everywhere. So like there was never really a situation like that where it being like two, you know, and so with me being independent, I'm just doing what I'm doing. They're working a whole different machine, but now this person is on the song, and it's like, goddamn, the song took off a year after the shit was out.
Yeah, it was a year late.
So she done been on there for a long time now. Like it's like, you know, so you can't really take it off, but like business-wise, you could kind of take it off, you know, And put two signed artists on it. Yeah, to make it bigger, as they would think, you know, labels, they have
this is what the streets were saying, right? And you might have heard this before. Mm-hmm. They took your verse off because they didn't want you to outshine Lola on the song.
No, listen, they wasn't working with me. So what benefit do we get out of putting your shit in front of the world? If I don't, you know, like this industry is full of sharks, okay? If they not gonna benefit off of it, what the fuck am I doing it for? I'm not about to do that. Like, if it don't happen naturally, girl, you better go and find it. Like, so that's basically what it was. It was like, we don't have no parts of you. You're not assigned to us. It was dope. It was dope for what it was, but we trying to take this ship out of here, you know? So they did whatever they had to do. So
got you.
That is just the business part of it. Now, where things come in is like the moral of it. Where it's like, well, goddamn, like, you know, because business is business.
Right.
But then when you see, like, damn, y'all was performing places together, it looked at like, damn, like, how was that decision so easy to make? Like, morally, that's where that's where I feel like the question came in. But the business side of it is you got to do the business.
Got you. So you respected the business side, just not the...
I always respect the business because when it's time for me to do the business, I'm always do the motherfucking business. I'm just a different type of person. You understand what I'm saying? I've been in the streets and done business that can fucking kill somebody. Like, you know, you can lose your life, and you have to have moral. You have to say, no, I ain't letting this happen. No, that's not right. No, you gotta, well, when you're a boss, you could you could call shots and you could do certain things. So that's what I came from. So certain shit wouldn't have went down with me because I'm gonna make it my business, or I'm gonna make sure that, you know, I have certain conversations so that things don't look crazy on my behalf, because I like to sleep well at night. I like to go to sleep and know, you know, I'm a real bitch. I did what I could do. You can't always please everybody, but you could just be real, like, you know.
You was on Channel 11. How did that come apart?
Oh man, well, I did it last year with Hayes.
Right.
So when I was up there, they was like, "Girl, we love you. You better get something that." You can come back, but you gotta bring us something nice and clean.
You couldn't go up there with go get a bag,
yeah,
right?
Mrs. gonna get a bag.
You can't go up there with that.
Mrs. gonna get a bag would not have been on Pix 11, baby. Sorry. Right. But yeah, so when New York City girl came, I was like, oh shit, let's circle back and do that. And shout out to M-Dot. M-Dot set it up, got it all together, and we get what we had to do.
That's beautiful. So now is your phone back ringing?
Listen, my phone ain't never stopped ringing. You understand? That's one thing y'all got to know.
Talk about it. Got a lot of shit.
Listen, the point of direction for female artists is always going to come by my way, somehow, because I do a lot of things independently that it takes machines to do for, like, you know, up and coming artists and stuff like that. So people always looking at, what the hell she doing? What the hell? Because I stay 10 steps, but that's just me, because I be in my own world, in my own bubble, and I bring my thoughts and creations to life. So people be like, what the fuck? Like, because in the industry, they honestly don't know what to do with these artists. They just know what worked for the last artist. So it's like, do what John did. Do it right there. Do something. Like, they don't really know. So they need the creative. So me being a creative that executes my creations is like, okay, so it's always a conversation. It's always, you know, they make sure they don't burn the bridge over here, but they really don't like me like that.
That's what I'm saying, because I'm like, is they trying to like kind of like blackball Billy? They trying to make niggas forget who Billy is? Like,
it is, you know,
like what's going on?
They can't never do that though. So I think that's why they don't try to go the extra mile, because it's like, bitch, you good. You gonna always be good. Like, you know, and I hate that y'all do that, because just because I'm good don't mean I can't be great, you know?
Right.
Sometimes little machine stuff, bitch, you know, we could get it great. But I ain't mad about it. I think it's just part of my journey. Like all the stuff that I have to do, that I had to do and learn from doing it myself, it just became, you know, it's a part of me knowing how to do things. And now it's just for me to build an empire out of it and take it to the top, whether I got to do it by myself or whether I get the help to do it.
So, What's the thing that you learned that you will never do again? Tell me something that you learned that you will never do again. I will never
think that my coworkers are my real friends. And
your coworkers are being artists, managers, what?
Your coworkers. Wherever you go and you're doing work, whether you're in Macy's or whether you're in the studio, like, you know, do your everything. You gotta keep things separate. Keep things separate, and that's the way that you could have peace with how things go, and you can learn from them, and you can move along without, you know, holding any animosity, anything, because you just like, okay, that was just part of the game. It's just something I was supposed to learn. You know.
Right. So what's next? What's next for you?
Right now I'm working on an EP.
This New York City girl is kind of...
I'm dragging New York City girl. I ain't gonna lie, because New York City girl, it fits for so many different seasons, and. And when I posted it, every time I post it, people come and write paragraphs like, I envision you running up the staircase and eating a hot dog and a bagel. and I'm like, okay. So I know that it's getting people's brain working and it's making people feel something. So I want to like really stick it in their head before I like put out the official video. And then I feel like I can't do a New York City girl video and not show New York summer. Like New York summer.
So you're waiting for the summer to do the video.
I'm trying to wait so I can really get everything in there. And then by that time, the song people should be really familiar with the song. But I'm still dropping, like in the meantime, I drop little stuff here and there. But New York City girl is really like the era right now. And I'm working on an EP to see, I don't know, maybe after summer, like right at the end of summer.
What people don't know about you is that you could sing.
Yes.
And that's very shocking.
Well, I'm learning to sing. I soulfully sing, you know? Me doing R&B, like playing around with it and stuff, that singing shit is no joke. Like, don't think you about to just hop up in here and be like, oh yeah, I sing now.
Right.
No, you have to be disciplined. You have to really respect that craft. That's a craft. You got to respect. You got to learn how to breathe. You got to know not to eat, you got to know certain things. It's so much that comes with doing R&B, with like not auto-tune R&B, like doing real, like singing live, and it's a lot that come with that. It's a lot that come with that. So when I really got with New York City girl, I'm like, nah, I'm gonna really respect this part of this genre and really do everything that a real R&B girl would do, because I feel like when you go into people's spaces, you just have to respect. You can't just be coming up in shit like, oh, I got a following, so I could just switch genres and do what I want to. No, you got to really put that work in and show people that you're taking it serious, and you know, so that other people in that field could respect you. You know. So
are we going to get another pop record from Billy, or we going to go back into what you used to?
Listen, right now I'm about to wrap y'all heads off real quick because I just need to talk my shit because. What? Like, don't ever forget, you know? But this all type of stuff coming this year. Like, when I did the WWE, when I did the intro for Naomi, a whole different world. Like, her fans, they be on my Twitter, like, they be going crazy. Like, it's a whole different world. And I love that. Like, even doing the news, people's moms and grandma, it feels so much better than like being in the club. So, I don't know. It's just it's different. It's different. And you wouldn't know until you actually do it.
Right.
So I just want to keep getting into every little field I can of music, get into more theater stuff, whatever I could do. I just love music and I just want to do it. I just want to do it to like my best ability and at the best quality.
Right.
So I'm about to go back to LA and stuff and really, you know, I'm about to fuck.
You used to live in LA, right?
Yes, I was back and forth for like 6 years. But I wasn't taking the music as serious at that time. So now I'm ready to see what it's gonna like, how I'm really gonna, cause now I got so much going on and musically I'm just on another level. So I know that's gonna be different.
You got your next single out right now that you're about to do? You got it already loaded?
No, I got singles in the tuck, but this is the thing about doing the versatile shit. You got so many different lanes. You're like, okay, where I go, like, and it gotta make sense. You can't be just boom, 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 just jumping all over the place. Everything gotta flow into each other, and it gotta make sense. So, I'm kind of just going with the flow. But I got some shit in the tuck.
But
It's so funny.
Well, go ahead.
My career was based off of me doing a lot of features. Like I did a lot of features with everybody, and now I don't like doing features. Like I like doing features with certain people, but like my stuff, I don't even be like trying to be like, oh yeah, I can hear such and such on this. Like I be keeping it all for myself. I don't know why.
What
That's
made you
crazy.
feel that way though? What made you?
I don't know. I don't know. I still love working with people. Like I still do features, and I love doing features because people be coming with vibes, and you be like, damn, I ain't never think about this.
Right.
But I don't know. I just got into like this bubble of just me creating, and sometimes when you do features with people, you gotta wait for them. They got people be cool at one point, and then when you get a feature from them,
right.
now they're this whole celebrity because it's business, and this is you gotta always understand.
They
the
feel
business
you need
side
them
comes,
more.
yeah. So now you need them, and now you gotta call them, and you got. So I put my own shit out.
Right.
Once my shit buzzing and going. People have a different energy when the ball is in your park.
Right.
When the ball's in your park, yeah, they act different. So that's what I just be like, I'll be back.
So coming up, the young Billy B.
Mm-hmm.
Who inspired you to want to write? Like who did you hear make you want to write?
Well, I just had this question on Picks, and I said Missy, Nicki, and Mary J. Blige. It's so much more people. My mom was a big R&B head, so like Angie Stone, India
Rest in
Arie.
peace, Angie Stone.
Yes, rest in peace. Sunshine Anderson. My mom was like all of those all day, screaming at the top of her lungs, singing. So a lot of my influence come from my mom's preference. Lil' Kim, Eve, all of that good stuff. So, and then my brothers was big Dipset fans and
Right.
Jadakiss. So I had all of that influence all together. But Nicki probably was like my main influence because that was my era growing up. But I had everything.
So Nicki basically made you want to write.
Yeah, when I told my mom that I rapped, I spit Nicki's Dead Wrong verse. I spit that to my mom, and I said it was me.
Right.
And she was like, "That was fire. You got keep going." I was like, "Oh, you cool with me cursing? Okay, cool. Fuck it." I'm like, "That wasn't me, but I'm gonna make something like that."
Right.
She was like, "Well, if you could deliver that verse from somebody else like that, then that means that you could probably deliver your own." So then I started. Then I wrote. I remixed the Cookies and Apple Juice by Cameron and them, and then that was like when I started rapping. Yeah.
So you from Cypress.
Yes.
Second home was Canarsie, right? Or Flatbush, what?
Flatbush.
All right, Flatbush.
Mm-hmm.
So being that you from Cypress, I gotta mention your uncle Tut came home from doing 17 years.
No more free Tut. Tut is free.
Right. Free. Now, what I want to say is he getting a lot of backlash because they saying that his girl is controlling him.
I love Mac Mama. Listen, they are grown. Y'all see, the thing is, this generation don't know nothing about that old school love. Like, they don't know nothing about all of that. So when they like, oh, whatever, it's like I don't know everybody know his age. He's 60-something years old, right?
Age, yeah.
What the fuck you want him to come home and do? Pick up a gun and go hit the clubs and pop some bottles and be with the fucking Instagram girl? What do you want? What do you want him to, like, honestly, what do you want him to do? Because at 60 years old, I'm laying down with my beautiful wife with her nice booty, and I'm laying down and relaxing. Like, what? Like, be
real.
What
it is? You know what it is? They want him to do everything they want him to do.
No, they want him to do everything that they envisioned of him and all the stories that they heard of him. And it's like, that was when I was 20-something years fucking old. Like, could you imagine what you've been through sitting in a jail thinking you're going to be there for the rest of your life, and then you get a second chance and you able to come home? You're going to come home and go back? Are you fucking dumb? Like, y'all do that shit if y'all want to.
So now my next question is to you, one more about your uncle. Mm-hmm. Did you know that he was the one that he didn't do that to Tupac?
I mean, I don't even know. I wasn't there.
I was young.
Yeah, I wasn't even alive.
We all was young, right?
Yeah, so I don't know. It was always stories. It was always so much different stuff. And then in my house, it was always people, but we was always just taught to stay in our place, you know?
Right.
So honestly, until I became a rapper, that's when I started hearing more and more shit. But it's like, I speak to him directly. We don't speak about none of that shit.
No doubt.
We don't speak
doubt.
about none of that. Like, this is just my uncle. So I don't really give a fuck about, but I stand 10 toes behind him for whatever, you know?
That's a fact.
That's just how that is.
That's a fact. Chuck, we waiting on you. I don't know if I got to go through Mac Mama.
You definitely got to go through the gatekeeper. She's the gatekeeper. Don't play with her.
You can't be no gatekeeper, man. Come on,
Don't
Mac.
play with her. She about her business.
That is crazy. I'm the gatekeeper. Yo, who wrote that shit? Yo, you wrote that shit for?
Yo, you know it's so funny because when I first met her, I was real young and she gave me her poster and I was like, damn, she fly, she hard. I ain't know no other rappers besides Lil' Kim at that time. And I met her and I was like, oh yeah, I like this. And it's so funny how like it full circle, she's part of the family. It's like, it's so funny.
So you under new management. And how this management is going?
It's good. Shout out to M. Dot. Y'all know Dot be outside with everybody. Dot is me and him. It's so funny because he's a Leo and like Leos are. They surrounded me. I'm a Taurus and I'm surrounded by Leos. So I didn't figure out his birthday until just recently, and I'm like, this is why, like. You know, but M.B, Cash, it's like a whole team. They are so dope. They like so dope. I can't even really explain it, but we went through a lot together, and then it's like, all right, yeah, we got to lock in. Now we got to make this serious because we doing a lot now, and we doing a lot to the point like this shit gonna take off, and it got to be right, like, you know.
Now, another question I want to ask you. Because a lot of artists get caught up with management. I have a lot of artists sit here and they talk about the management. How do you know you what happened? It fell? We need some with a
Oh, I'm sorry to pull.
That's all right. How do you know you're in a bad situation with management? What's the first things to look for?
Whew.
Speak about it. Let's talk about it.
My God.
And something that you experienced. Speak about it.
You know, even though my situation was fucked up, I don't go too hard because at that time, people was talking, but nobody came, you know? And he came. He came to do the work. Now, he had a little bit extra shit he was trying to do on the side. But he did come to do the work and, you know, stood up and took the initiative to be like, all right, let's do the fucking work, fuck it. Even though, you know, it's like, you know, it has some shit to it at the end. But that's why I can't go too hard because people always want to talk, like, Billy, I can help you do this, help you do that, help you. But then they don't really fall through, you know? Right. So when somebody steps up, I always keep that, like, all right, cool, because nobody else was going to do it, you know, Nobody else did it. And sometimes a fucked up situation don't mean fucked up forever. Sometimes a fucked up situation could put you right in the right spot that you need to be.
What was the fucked up situation you was in?
It wasn't, I won't say it's a fucked up, it wasn't
uncomfortable.
It wasn't that bad because it was very quick. I caught on to things quick. But it wasn't bad on the work side. It was bad on the paperwork side. It was just slick things going on. Like slick trying to steal, you know how publishing and all of that works. So if you an artist and you don't really know everything, you don't have everything registered properly and all of that, somebody could sneak in and add their name to some shit or, you know, take a little extra % on something. So it was shit like that. On the work side, everything was cool. We was going out of here. But when I peeped what was going on, I'm like, you know, and then
so money
conversation.
Basically, money was trying to get stole.
It didn't. It happened, but you know, it was. If it would have kept going, it could have been nasty. That's all I'm saying. That was all I'm saying. But I caught it real quick. And when I tried to sit down to renegotiate things, it was like, it was too much pullback. Cause I'm the type of person. If I made the mistake, I'll take accountability. Like, all right, fuck it, I made that mistake. How we gonna change this to where we both comfortable? We already fucked, but you ain't gonna just fuck me raw like that. Like, you know, like, man, you ain't gonna do that. Like, you gotta oil it up. You gotta eat. We gotta ease this up. Like, you know, so. When I'm trying to work with you and you're not trying to work with me, then I'll sink this whole fucking ship.
Right.
And I did that. I stopped working for the whole fucking year. I'm not doing nothing. Until this shit is done. And I'm on your ass. I got lawyers. I'll put every fucking dollar I got to get myself back. Like if I gotta and that's what the fuck I did.
No doubt.
I didn't stop until I got my shit back. Well, got myself back. It's still some stuff that we working out, but majority, I'm like, now I could do what I want, and I don't gotta go through nobody. I don't gotta wait for nobody. I don't gotta nothing. I'm back me, and that's how I need it to be.
Oh, so that's why it was like a little slow. Like when you did the music, then I ain't hear from you no more.
Yeah, it was like a little pause
on top of going through the shit with the Lola. So you was actually going through it.
It was shit tied with that. It was It'll probably take like 3 hours to really explain all this type of shit.
I'm saying,
like it was some real deep ass shit. But this is how I know my story. Like, and I'm not one to like be telling stories. I like for shit to just unfold. Cause this is just a little piece of it. There's more. There's years and years of more shit to go. But when they see my documentary at the end of this shit, man, they gonna be like,
this is why I'm saying,
damn.
like, when I'm seeing you shining, I'm like, wow. The sun is finally shining because it was a black cloud over you.
Oh, yeah.
This is what I'm trying to say.
And then in the midst of all of that, I'm losing friends. And like, it's like life be like life and all at the same time. You're like, what the fuck is going on?
Right.
Like, and people like, oh, you losing so much weight. Bitch, I'm stressed the fuck out. Like, so. But everything happens for a reason. And as long as you keep your faith high and you keep working, it's gonna work. Like,
I don't wanna see you stuck in a box. I wanna see you grow. I'm happy to see you grow. And also, you won artist. What's that?
Artist of the year. Yeah.
Come Up Award show.
I feel like that low key kind of set the tone for my year. Cause literally right after that, it's like boom, 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 mad back to back shit, like going crazy.
How important? How important is Casey role in your career?
Man, Casey, I don't even know if she knows how important she is in a lot of artists and in the city's culture. Fuck careers, like the culture, like it gets embedded. Things, the Grammys, all of these. Even I was listening to an interview. I feel like Benzino was talking about how the Source Awards came about, and the Source Awards this is a big part of fucking culture. Like, you know how much shit that went down in the Source Awards, and he was like, it just started from us. We had the business, and we just was like, let's honor some people. Because hip hop was only out for like 9 or 10 years at that point. So they was like, oh, let's do honor. And it just started for something that small. When you plant these little seeds, it grows into these big forests. Like being at the Come Up experience, it felt so cool because it felt like I was doing something so different than what I usually do with my peers.
Right.
Like you got me, Danny Dior, Capella, all of us, like Pretty D's, everybody. We all just sitting like formal and usually we in the club smoking, drinking, rapping. And we all sitting there formal, like we cracking little jokes and like it was so cute and it felt so good and it felt so professional and I felt like it gave like a good like it made people feel like, okay, well, I want to do more of this. I want to do more. I want to be, I got to know how to act in these awards. I got to know how to sit down for 2 hours, 3 hours, maybe 4 hours and not get anxious and not need to smoke and not need to, like you got to learn how to do that as an artist if you want to grow and be in these certain different places. Like, that's how I got into. You can't be up at the news doing it. You got to be there at 7 o'clock in the morning. You got to, certain shit you got to do. So doing experiences like that is so good because it just exercises,
I was happy you won because that category was tough because Connie had a hell of a year.
Oh, yes. No, shout out to Connie.
Yeah, shout out Connie. And
shout out to all the girls.
All the girls, right.
Shout out to all the girls.
I see, but I also see that you and Connie is y'all like this.
Yeah, we tight. We tight. Like me and Connie so tight. On like
shout out to Connie.
And and it's funny because I said the thing with the peers, your co-workers not being your friends and all of that, but then you have small instances like me and Connie, and it's so funny because I feel like people be like, why y'all ain't do a song? Why y'all ain't do? Me and her so much on like a sister level right now. And we've done music before. It's just, it's older. So people that just came here, they don't know to go back and watch Fireplace video and all of that.
Now they do.
We done almost got a fucking $20,000 fine lighting a fire in the desert in Vegas.
Wow.
That shit was so crazy. And this is like 2017 or some shit like that. But we so on like a sister level right now. We don't even. I feel like the music shit sometimes could complicate relationships. Mm-hmm. So we not even pressed like, yeah, girl, I need that verse from you. Because it's like I don't even want no weird music shit. Like I call you because you don't even want to understand. You know these people and it's so cool having that, and I really cherish that with Connie. I tell her that all the time. We glow and send love letters back and forth all the time, and we Tauruses, so we understand each other so well. But yeah, it's so it's very rare, but it's so I loved having that because it's like just like a real rap sister. Like she knows the people I'm so because my friends, they work regular jobs and they getting older, they got shit. I be telling them, you saw such and such. They be like, girl, who the fuck is that? And I'm like, you don't know such and such, and they like, no. But I go talk to Connie. We like, yo, bitch, I was just in the studio, So it's like, it'd be like a little peace of mind. So shout out to Connie. She doing her thing. She about to drop her album.
Doing a thing with Bus.
God.
Well, you're doing great independently.
Yes.
Would you want to sign and get distribution from a majors?
I do distribution with United Masters. Shout out to United Masters.
United Masters. That's Steve Stout, right?
Yes, they are dope. I love them. They helped me with Better Late Than Never, pushing that. So that was great. I'm not against signing. It's just I need a deal that's tailored to me. It's just not you. We ain't gonna just
360 you.
We ain't gonna just go in the files and print up that same one that y'all just that we're not gonna do that. I need something that's really tailored to me. So I feel like because I stream, I do so many things.
Yeah, you do.
Once I get everything kind of like on the level it needs to be, and then I feel like a label could come in and kind of like organize everything and make the brand be out of this world.
Right.
So I feel like I still got some work to do before I could start asking for the numbers I be asking for.
Let me ask you one thing, right? What you ask for, 2 mil, 3 mil?
I ask for motherfucking 50 out this bitch, because I be like, you gotta understand what the vision that I have this is $1 billion, this is $1 billion shit.
Right.
Like I believe in myself like that. Everybody ain't gonna believe. You gotta have the statistics. You gotta have the analytics. So I'm working on that. So once I get there. So
this is why you on Twitch doing your GTA and all that stuff like that?
Yeah, because the world is going into stream, man.
Right. But are you getting another fan base through Twitch?
Yes. People
through playing the video games.
Every other thing I do, I build a fan base in there. Like every other thing I stream, there's like platforms that I just stream like off my phone.
Right.
Different fan bases. I be putting my location in North Carolina, and I be talking to people in North Carolina. I be like, yeah, girl. I be acting like I'm from out there. Then they be like, you're so funny. I'm like, ha, girl, no, I'm really from over here. Check my music out. Then when they realize who I am, they're like, oh shit, you was mad cool. I was having this conversation. I know how to motherfucking get
You're
the people.
You're not manipulate the system.
No, it's not even manipulating. It's just getting in touch with people, getting in front of certain people. It's just like, if you go in the room and you show your personality, you might get new friends, right? You didn't manipulate nobody. You was yourself. And people just gravitated towards you.
That's true.
So I'm just building my community. I go all around, just build my community, get people. Sometimes when you're an artist, people kind of shut down on you because they got this idea of artist. So I don't like to tell people I'm an artist off rip sometimes. I just tell them I'm a regular person.
Right.
And then once you get cool with me, you're like, yeah, so what's your Instagram? Then I give you my Instagram. You're like, bitch, like.
Wait, hold up.
Yeah, like, yeah, you see? You probably would have judged me off of all of the stuff that you see. And really, we just alike.
One more thing before we go. Mm-hmm. Where is your homegirl, OG Monroe?
Oh my God, I'm so happy that you asked. We have a song on the way.
Yo, man.
That was good that you asked.
Listen,
that's so crazy because I be like, girl.
Listen,
but it's like I can only tell a person you great so much that you gotta hear, but she knows she working, but she in mommy mode.
I'm about to say she on mommy mode. What's going on?
Marilyn is a real woman, like a real woman. Like she does everything herself. Mm-hmm. She's a mom. She's nurturing. She works. She do everything. So she, it's going to take her time because she's got all of these things going on, but she definitely likes to put out quality stuff. So she likes to take her time with stuff, but she ain't going nowhere.
Tell Marilyn.
She ain't going nowhere.
OG,
we coming.
For real.
We literally like planning the video right now. Like, so. And I feel like it's gonna be so fire because it's different. Because both of us is on the Crip shit, and the song we doing now is totally different, and it's so fun, and it's for the girls. It's so fire. So
you still Crip?
Of course.
You can't. You cannot. You can't just say I'm dropping my flag.
I'm drop my flag.
I'm saying like when I be on internet, when I be on the internet, I be seeing so many people saying they not this, they not that no more.
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm with who I be with who I be with. You know what I mean? I'm not a little girl. I'm not outside. I'm not hanging out with niggas, but I be with.
It is what it is.
Yeah, I be with who I be with.
You know.
And when niggas need certain things, you know, whatever. But yeah, that's a part of me. Like that's me. Like. That shit really in me. That wasn't no like, oh yeah, oh shit, everybody's just doing gang aesthetic. Fuck it, let me jump. Like it wasn't that. We really was doing that shit. That's why it took off the way it did because it was so authentic. Mm-hmm. I took it from here. I was the only one. Did it in New York. Went to Cali. In my Where You From video. I did shot some of the video here and then shot the rest in Cali.
I remember that
with the 40s. Like. I'm like really taking this shit. Ain't nobody doing that and it's faking. You know, ain't nobody doing that. So that shit is really a part of me. But it's just, you know, it's just a small part of me. It's so much more. So
that don't scare the money away though? You don't think?
Hell yeah, it did. Right. It has a lot. It has a lot. It has a lot. It scared a lot of money away. And then sometimes you get to the point where it's like you going so hard for it. And then when everybody had their moment, none of the Crip Boy rappers even reposted none of the girls. Like, so it was like, you know, it be some shit that you be like, damn, I done fucking lost, I done had hip hop police shut down shows and all type of shit and did all this shit for this. And y'all niggas don't even reach back, but it's like, I didn't do it for that. I didn't do it for nobody else. I did it for me. So I don't look at it like, damn, fuck y'all. Like, no, I don't look at it like that. And I'm still okay with repping my shit, jacking my shit, because I did it for me. I'm not, you know, but... That shit definitely fucked up a lot of shit, I ain't gonna lie.
So but now I'm just saying, like, being a Crip girl, I think that maybe like a Dave East to jump on a song with you, a Snoop, just doing it for the culture.
Yeah, I mean, shout out to Dave East though. We worked on the song, it just didn't come out, but yeah, you would have. Yeah, I mean, you know,
it is what it is. I ain't mad.
Everything go back to business and shit too. It'd be a lot of things. It's not always just I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to. It'd be a lot of things. So you know, you got to take that into consideration too.
Indeed. Let the world know where to find you at in case they.
With the Crip shit, Papa the Don. Shout out my brother Papa the Don because my brother Pop. He always made sure that he looked out for me. When he got his moment, got me book shows and all of that, so I didn't want to leave Pop out.
Yeah, he probably would have been like, yo, you ain't even shot.
In that conversation, I can't leave Pop, Brad. I can't leave my niggas out all right. Like that. So I just had to correct myself.
Shout out to Papa the Don.
Yeah. But what was you saying? I'm sorry.
I was saying, let the world know where to find you at in case they was under a rock, don't know who you are.
TAC Billy B, Instagram, TAC Billy Blue on TikTok. Billy B. Just search
Billy B on Twitch. Billy B on you on
Stream Billy B on Twitch. Stream Billy B on Twitch and Discord.
Yeah. You already know what time it is, man. Billy B, Brooklyn. We out.